Hello kids, welcome on the channel, True Value Stories. Here morals are taught.
Long ago, in a small African village, there lived a young man named Kagwa. Kagwa was known throughout the village for one bad habit. He talked too much. Whenever he heard something interesting, he would rush to tell everyone. Secrets, rumors, and private matters never stayed long with him. The elders of the village often warned him, "Kagwa, your tongue will one day lead you into trouble." But Kagwa only laughed and continued his gossiping. One day Kagwa took his spear in his hand and was roaming in the village. Suddenly he thought to went into the jungle for hunt as he was feeling bored. In the way to jungle he was thinking about something interesting to be happen so he could gossip about that incident. As he walked through the thick bushes, he suddenly noticed something strange lying on the ground. He was curious about it and went close to it. He caught sight of a human skull a bit larger than usual and lying at ground. It was a horrifying scene. Curious, Kagwa picked up a stick and went near the skull. He was also afraid inside, but out of curiosity he poked the skull with stick couple of times. Suddenly the skull spoke. Kagwa jumped back in fear. "Who killed you?" Kagwa asked, trembling. To his amazement, the skull replied, "Talking brought me here." Kagwa was shocked. He had never seen anything like this before. Excited by the discovery, Kagwa ran back to the village as fast as he could. He went straight to the king's palace. Without any hesitation, he went straight to the king. Breathing heavily, he told the king, "Your Majesty, in the forest there is a skull that speaks. It told me something very strange." The king frowned. He thought Kagwa might be lying or joking. "What did the skull say?" the king asked. Kagwa replied, "It said, talking brought me here." The king became curious. He decided to see this miracle himself. The king ordered his soldiers, elders, and Kagwa to go with him to the forest. Soon they arrived at the place where Kagwa had found the skull. The king stepped forward and asked Kagwa, "Show us the skull." Kagwa pointed at it confidently. "There it is." The king looked at the skull and asked loudly, "Skull, who killed you?" But the skull said nothing. The king tried again, "Skull, speak." Still no answer. The king became angry. "Kagwa," he said, "you have lied to your king and wasted our time." Kagwa pleaded desperately, "But your Majesty, it spoke before. I promise." The king did not believe him. In those days, lying to the king was a serious crime, so the king ordered the soldiers to execute Kagwa. Soon Kagwa was killed and his head was left in the forest near the skull. Later, when everyone had left, the skull slowly turned toward Kagwa's head, then it spoke again. "What brought you here?" Now it was the foolish Kagwa who replied, "Talking brought me here." After this incident, the villagers told them to think before you speak. And so the foolish Kagwa became an example for everyone.